I'm not dead. Hi everyone, it's me again. It's only been 1,000 years, but you probably didn't notice, did you? Not like I did. I have long hair now. It's been that long. Yeah, I haven't been around for a little while. I've been doing stuff with the clutter. I'm moving. Um, Not that I've been moving for the last year and that's why I haven't been around, but shut up. But I wanted to come back today because I want to talk about something that I'm kind of late to the game on, but I saw it today and it's just like, huh? And I know, like I said, I haven't been around a long time. I've kind of grown a little disillusioned with YouTube for the most part. I know a lot of the people that are subscribed to my channel were here for pretty much one reason that YouTube has since taken down. Thanks, guys. Not that it was anything super important. It was just a little ditty I did. But that's, like I said, it's another story, and I don't want to talk about that today. So what I want to talk about today is Kevin Smith. Apparently, Kevin Smith is doing He-Man now. There's a lot of fan backlash because he's apparently killed off. It apparently doesn't have He-Man in it. Now, I was never a very big. I'm sure at some point I was probably really fucking into He-Man. I said fuck. But I was really big into He-Man probably at one point in my life, but I really don't remember a lot of it. My most cherished Masters of the Universe memory is probably the time when my sister was playing She-Ra and she stood up in a chair with the little sword gimmick in her hand, and me as a wee babe crawled under the chair, knocking said chair over, and her having to go to the hospital. That and like the line from the Ghostbusters 2 movie. That's I thought was gonna be He-Man. Like, I know who He-Man is. I know what he looks like. He's got a bowl cut. It's weird. And I hope they fix that. But then again, I guess he's not in it. So why am I holding this hair tie? There's a lot of fan backlash over this new He-Man thing. And I've seen some of the Netflix cartoons and Netflix anime shows that they've kind of made themselves. I was big into the Castlevania show when it first came out, but towards the end, it kind of got a little weird. And I also understand that it is absolutely up to a director to like make it his own or make it her own or make it whoever's own and like tell their own story using this. But there is like a fine line between all that because essentially at this point it's all fan fiction, from Star Wars to Indiana Jones to all these old IPs that, like, even Ghostbusters. A lot of these people aren't alive anymore, or they're just too old to care. They just don't have anything to do with it anymore. They're retired, drawing AARP, getting that SSI check. You know what I'm talking about. I'm waiting for that day. But they're not involved anymore. So it's like new people taking over for people that don't want to do things anymore for whatever reason, and it's putting their own spin on it, and it's basically fan fiction. It's not made from the original creators. Somebody makes an ET2 and Steven Spielberg's not attached, then why the fuck is there ET2? Even if you get his blessing, it's still not going to be his ET. So I am somewhere in the middle of the fence on this because, for those of you that don't know, I'm heavily involved in southeastern United States wrestling business. Firmly like trying to tell people and coach young kids up that it is up to you. Like, you are the one with the power in your hand and you have to take these people on a ride. Like, it's up to you. It's not up to the fan. Like, a lot of people in wrestling was like, oh, I'm a fan, I'm a paying customer. There's a period, I'm going to get off on a tangent here. There's a period of wrestling in the mid 2000 teens. Is that how it is? I don't know. Where like Stephanie McMahon and Triple H were basically troll booking everybody, and they're like keeping Daniel Bryan down, and people are fucking really mad about it. It's like, how can you do this to Daniel Bryan? He's the most talented wrestler in the world. It's like, that's exactly why they're doing it to Daniel Bryan, to make you like him more. You dumb, stupid mark. But they would do that to make you like the good guy even more. That's storytelling. That's what it is. So without any context, with zero context of what's going on, like, I can kind of see why Kevin Smith would be on the defensive. Is like, because I'm thinking in my mind, he's like saying, "Hey man, this is my vision. This is what I want it to be." But like I said, there's a fine line there, where it's like, okay, it's your story, but this is the world's He-Man, baby. And I was kind of on the fence about it. And it's like, I don't care. It doesn't really involve me, so who gives a shit? But then I saw this video of what Kevin Smith said about how Netflix is treating the backlash, and
There's an articles talking about this review bombing. I have nothing to do with the articles. I retweeted the one article and I said, like, oh, at least we're in good company. They did this to the boys and Captain Marvel. they were acting like I said that we'd been review bombed. I was literally fucking quoting an article that was up. That review bombing thing, like it was so weird because I'd been a witness to it from the outside in other occasions. I remember when that happened to the boys, and I was like, how strange. And when it
Orko
happened,
looks like Frodo.
and so naturally, I was like, "Oh my god, what does this mean? Like, is it gonna bum anybody out, or are we gonna fucking be in trouble?" It's just me kind of explaining like how counterproductive it is to go all in against something you hate. Um, their reaction was like, "Kevin, this is amazing for the show." And I was like, "Yeah, but all these people are mad." They were like, "Yes, it looks like about 5 to 10,000 people have written nasty things." And they were like, "But we have 210 million subscribers." And I was like, "Oh, so mathematically we're safe?" They're like, "Safe as kittens." So like you can do it, and I ain't trying to stifle anybody's freedom of speech. Absolutely, go ahead and stuff. But it won't do what you think it's going to do. Yeah. I too, like them, was like, "Oh my god, this is a bad thing," and they were intending to do a bad thing. And I'm not.
All right, I'm stopping it. A couple things. I should have wrote some stuff down. I needed notes for that because he said a lot of shit in a very small 2-minute span. It would appear that Netflix is taking the professional wrestling perspective that I've heard for 20 years of being in the business. There is the line. There is the line between giving people what they want and not even just what they want, like their expectation, versus we got their money already. Who gives a fuck? We've already got their money, brother. Just go out there and do what's on the script. It's such a fucking callous way of looking at things that people, it seems trivial and stupid, but it really does matter to people on a level. I mean, obviously, there's this many people getting mad about it. I just find it kind of ironic, and I've never been a very huge Kevin Smith fan to begin with. Like, his movies are... That's what the irony of it. His movies are like cater to this very, very niche audience. It's almost like hipster in a way. It's like it's cool to like Kevin Smith movies because Kevin Smith. But at the same time, like, here's a guy that now has basically everything that you could want, and now he's kind of getting mad that, oh, these 5,000 people are the ones that's like the small niche audience. Like, if you still like He-Man, it's like you're not even you don't care about him anymore. You don't even care about those people anymore. You don't care about the same type of people that give such a shit about your movies. For someone that has like lived and died by the sword of this is an independent movie and this is grassroots and real people doing real things and not big budget movies. This is real stories. And it's just like, okay, well, now here's your time to actually, now that you've elevated yourself to the point to where you can have the opportunities to do this, like those same people, those same groups of people that like are so fanatic about your movies that could also be fanatic about something else, like their opinion doesn't matter. That's basically Netflix giving you the D and bending people over a barrel because we've already got their money, so who gives a shit what they think? So basically what you're saying is, Kevin Smith, I'm talking to you, Kevin Smith, you're out there, you spray tan, white eyelid looking, I don't know if he got spray tan or not, I really don't know, but something looks amiss. I'm old enough to remember when like Clerks came out. Like, literally, if you lined up 10 people, probably none of them saw it because they were all somewhere else watching it. But, like, imagine there's, like, these 5,000 Clerks fans. If someone, like, went up to them and started, like, berating them for liking the movie and saying, Clerks sucks. This is a shitty movie. How can you like this? This is awful. And you fucking went to bat for them. I would imagine that Kevin Smith would probably go to bat for them, not just because it's his product, but it's just because it's a fan of something. Who are you, naysayer, to tell these people that they're not allowed to enjoy something that they enjoy? That sounds pretty fucking stupid, right? But now, 20 some odd years later, the 5,000 people that still have a boner for He-Man are like, hey, this isn't the He-Man that I grew up with. I don't know, it just seems kind of hypocritical to me that you lived and died by the opinions of hardcore fans. But I guess they're only hardcore fans if they agree with you in the mind of Kevin Smith. The way that he tells this story is what really got me, because it's like he's just such blatant disregard. Like, he just doesn't care. And I know why he doesn't care, because he's got a big fat check in his fucking pocket, probably under that table. Probably splitting it with Orko right there. Frodo looking some bitch. I think Orko stole my granddad's glasses from his grave, by the way. I'm not supposed to make fun of people. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry. But yeah, you don't care because you got paid. You don't give a shit. I mean, I've seen it so many fucking times. I have heard it so many times. But guys walk back through the curtain. I'm standing there in Gorilla, and people are like, man, that match was fucking hard on the goddamn eyes. Like, that was a fucking stinker. Like, I went out there and I blew up. It was just awful. And I've seen so many fucking promoters walk up to guys, and I've even done it. I've done it. I've walked up to people and said, hey, man, we've already got their money. Paycheck's still the same, brother. And it's like, in a sense, yeah, that is true of a lot of things, and it's not like a slight. You don't live by that. It's a nicer way of saying that it's not the end of the world. And the other thing that people apparently are harping on is because apparently before the show came out, he said that it was supposed to be all about this is He-Man. This is about fucking He-Man. After all, he's on the goddamn poster. I think I don't know, but then he's like not in it, and he killed him off, and it's I think it's Teela is the other character. I don't know, my He-Man. And that he did the old bait and switch. And if that is the case, then I can draw a parallel. And since this is on tapes and sticks, we might as well go back to video games. The ultimate bait and switch of my generation was Metal Gear Solid 2. When you play the demo, you're playing fucking boat, and you're Snake, and it's like, yeah, this is gonna be the shit when this stuff comes out. Then you get it, and you play the fucking boat again, you're like, yeah, now I got extra boat. This is cool. I'm gonna keep going. This is gonna be Snake on a big fucking adventure, and we're gonna beat up a vampire and save some fucking underage girl, and it's gonna be weird, but I shouldn't tell the underage girl my name's Solid Snake. Still fucking Solid Snake. Boat's over. Here comes a couple, little while in the future, and up, we're the blonde guy. What happened? What happened to Snake? And you don't have a choice but to play as Raiden. But I don't know. There's a difference between what Mr. Smith is saying here versus what Kojima said at the time. And I remember it because I was upset. I mean, I was like, yeah, I want to play a Snake. And they made it worse because there's fucking Snake as somebody else off in the fucking corner that's kind of helping you, but you don't really know. But you don't find out until the end that he's really fucking pulling the strings. Kojima's explanation for it was that we've made Raiden so that you would appreciate Snake more. And I just thought that was like really, really fucking profound. I was just like, wait a second. Like, he's right. And then right at the end of the game, when Snake and Raiden are together and they're on the Arsenal gear and brothers and all this other shit, like, the image that I will always remember from Metal Gear 2 was Raiden with his hands behind his back, handcuffed, and Snake getting up and breaking them. And that's like, it's a true representation of what Snake is. Snake is a fucking hero, and Raiden's not there yet. Raiden is there to make you appreciate Snake more, because now you're having to live as Raiden. And it's just like, that makes more sense to me if you explain it to me that way. It's like, I was mad, and I was like, once I sat back and looked at the storytelling of it, oh yeah, that makes a whole lot of fucking sense. But this is we just went out and had a shitty fucking deal in front of 15,000 paying customers, and we walk in the back, and Hideo Kojima's just like, don't worry, brother. Checks in the bank, beers on ice. Just go back and watch the old He-Man shows then. It's condescending, and it's talking down. Like, everyone always talks about, like, what conceited looks like, what a pretentious person looks like, and it's just like, this is it. This is what a real pretentious person looks like. Someone that can spend a shit ton of fucking money, somebody else's money, no less, on something, shit it out, even if people hate it, you don't give a fuck. Not only not give a fuck, but, like, basically tell everyone that they're wrong. I don't get it. I don't get it. I know a lot of people that probably don't like what I do. They probably don't like me talking or my voice. Fuck you if you don't. I don't give a shit. I do. I know there's probably people out there that don't give a shit about my opinion. They don't give a fuck about me. Who am I? Who am I? It's goddamn 11 o'clock at night. I got boxes and a scale rule. What a fucking nerd, man. The thing is, it's just like he just said in the videos, like, oh, no one will stifle anybody's free speech or whatever. It's like, but if you don't want to stifle anyone's free speech, then why did you go on a podcast and spent 2.5 hours telling everyone that they're wrong? You're not stifling their free speech. You're just basically telling them that they're dumb. And not only telling them that they're dumb, telling them that you're dumb and I enjoy taking your dumb money. He is literally telling people that he doesn't care, but he's also reacting the same way that an 8th grader reacts when someone says they don't like their shoes. You know, you like to liken yourself to the Batman, but you're more akin to Hannah Montana. I just want to talk about stuff and let you know I'm still alive. I don't know how much more stuff I'm going to do because I'm moving, but I ate ice cream earlier and I still tasted it. But yeah, the socio-political spectrum is not the direction of my channel. Not that my channel had much direction to begin with. We're going to do some more shit though. I want to talk to you a little bit about YouTube maybe. I'll change shirts so it'll look like it's a different day. Peace be with you, everyone, and by the power of Grayskull, I don't know what they say. If worse comes to worse, I'll just call up my sister even though it's 11 o'clock at night. She probably remembers. I'm sure she remembers.